Okay, so this is just a wee video to show how to do some increases. So I've just cast on a few stitches and knitted a couple of rows and knit the first stitch in the next row. So the one I do most often is to knit into the front and back of a stitch. And generally I do that when the pattern says ink, so INC, so increase 1 or whatever. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I do. So to do that, you knit into your stitch as normal, but then you're going to knit into the back of it. So you're not going to take the yarn off your left hand needle just yet. You're going to take your right hand needle to the back and you're going to knit into the back of the stitch. So from right to left, front to back, into the back of the stitch, like so. Just in like that, and knit it round, and then you can take the yarn off your left hand needle and you see that you now have 2 stitches. So I'll just do that again. So you're knitting as normal, but you're then going to take the right hand needle to the back and knit into the back of the stitch and off. Okay. And sometimes a pattern will say to make 1 or M1, and what this means is that you're going to be picking up the kind of bar from the previous row. So you can only do this between 2 stitches. You couldn't do it at the beginning of a row. So what you're doing is you're going to find the bar with your right hand needle. It tends to be quite easy to find, so there you go. It's just this little bit here. And you're going to transfer it or slip it to your left hand needle by going underneath and from front to back. And then you're going to knit into the back of the stitch to create the extra stitch. So the reason you want to knit into the back rather than the front is because apparently if you knit into the front, you'll create a bit of a hole in your work. So it can be a little bit fiddly, but you're just going to knit in, and that's you made 1. So I'll just knit another stitch and do that again. So you're going to find the bar with your right hand needle, so there it is there, and then you're going to transfer it to your left hand needle, and then you're going to knit into the back of the stitch. And off. Okay. And the third increase is what's called a yarn over, or a YO in your pattern. And basically to do this, you're going to take the yarn in your right hand and you're going to take it under your right hand needle and over the top and then back to the right. And then I'll knit the next stitch. So I'll just do that again, so under and over. Now, you only want to do a yarn over when your pattern specifies a yarn over, because a yarn over will create an extra stitch, but it will also create a big hole in your work. And so sometimes you want big holes, in which case do a yarn over. But if you don't want a big hole, then do another type of increase. So I'm just going to knit the next row just so you can see what I mean. Now you'll find with your make 1s and your knitting into the front and back that the stitch will be quite tight. So you just have to work away at it a little bit with your right hand needle, but it should loosen up. So that's just a bit tight. Okay, so if I turn this round, you should hopefully see. So these are the ones that were just make one or knitting into the front and the back, and there's no kind of holes there. But for these ones, these were your yarn overs, and you can see there's now a nice hole, or 2 nice holes in your work. And as I say, sometimes, you know, for pattern or decoration, you want to create holes, but the pattern will tell you to do that. Otherwise, do one of these two. Okay.